What's going on, everyone? So tomorrow marks the first day of the Lakers season. Tomorrow is Lakers Media Day. Lakers basketball is back. They have their first game on Friday, the 4th, against Minnesota. It's a preseason game. They obviously play Minnesota for the opening night of the season, but I'm excited, right? Hopefully we get some insight. Obviously, Media Day, you get all the interviews, mostly pertaining to the players, right? You'll hear some stuff from LeBron and Anthony Davis, and I'm sure you'll get the generic, like, what do you think of your new coach? How are you excited for the season? What did you think of not making any trades? Hopefully somebody asks LeBron about the discount, right? Like, hey, you're willing to take a discount. What happened with that, right? Like, can we get some hard-hitting questions here? But in general, right, you're going to get the usual, like, I'm excited for the season. I believe in this team. This is great. We're going to do this thing. But I also want to really look for the expanded questions and expanded information, right? What has Austin Reeves been working on in the offseason? What does he envision and what does he talk to JJ Redick about? Obviously, they can't give us every detail. He's not going to be like, well, me and JJ Redick can just give you point by point. But I'd like to hear from the players kind of the clear-cut directions and what their roles or what they're expected, or at least they believe that is expected of them in this upcoming season, right? Like, I want to know from even, JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka. Obviously, we got the press conference that they got, but that was a quick, 20, 30 minutes. They just answered a handful of questions. I want to see and hear what are the schemes? What's the, again, you don't have to go into detail. You don't have to go in depth on, we're going to run this play and it's going to be called this. But, JJ Redick has talked about how he wants to run this 5 wide. And but more so on the defensive side of things. We were atrocious defensively. Offensively, we know this team's going to be good. They were great last season. I don't really see that changing. But there is concerns, right? Like, all of our offense is in the starting 5. So I want to know, what is our offensive schemes? What are our defensive schemes? How are we going to improve on the defensive side with guys that aren't really these great athletes that can chase down loose balls and do, and go for the long ball rebounds and also move their feet well to stay in front of guys? What kind of schemes are you planning on running? Obviously, things are going to change, and you're going to have little, nuances here and there based on the various teams that you end up playing. Obviously, we'll also get the Bronny and LeBron photo. We'll get the, Bronny interview. You're going to get kind of some insight in that regard and hear about him and his season and the expectations of him playing alongside his dad and what has happened with his dad. And I'm excited for that. I know some people aren't. I know some people are just like, Bronny, they wish Bronny was out of the league or in anywhere else, but he's not. He's on the Lakers. And I want to see him have as much success as possible, because the more success he has, the more success the Lakers are going to have. The better it will be for the Lakers. He's on the Lakers whether you like it or not. So you might as well embrace him. You might as well enjoy his time on the Lakers and hope that he can kind of evolve into that 3-and-D style guard, even if he's just like a Gabe Vincent type. Right? Gabe Vincent isn't a star or an all-star or anything like that, but he's a solid 2-way 3-and-D guard. If you can have Bronny James become an athletic Gabe Vincent, that's great, right? Not everyone has to be a superstar. Not everyone has to be best player in the league, right? Sometimes it's okay to just have role guys. Sometimes it's okay just to have a guy that they're just out there to do the dirty work, right? They're out there to do the hustle plays, create turnovers, knock down the open shots, right? Like, if Bronny can kind of evolve into that type, that 3-and-D style guard, then he's done his job and he'll be great. And there should be some genuine excitement for that. And he gets to play alongside LeBron, and LeBron's going to be doing as much as he possibly can to maximize Bronny and help him along his journey through the league as much as possible, which is good, right? Like, because teams, organizations, trainers, stuff can only work so much with you. But to have somebody like LeBron, who is one of, if not the greatest player ever, as a mentor, as somebody that you can work with, obviously, they've worked together at LeBron's house and stuff like that, but it's not the same thing, right? It's one thing when you guys actually work together, you're in the same facility, the same training rooms, you're doing all the same workouts, you have the same hours, everything, and your job is to just build on your game, right? And Bronny can kind of mask LeBron. That's very different than like, hey, let's go in the backyard and have some father-son time, and, oh, sorry, dad's got to go to work, right? Big difference. So I do think that there will be that growth and improvement in that regards. But beyond the Bronny side of things, again, I want to know, like, what is Rui's role? What does Rui believe his role is? And then also, what does the coaching staff think? We know what JJ thinks and what JJ envisions Rui being, but are they on the same page? I want to hear what is Rui's thought process? How does Rui plan to improve on the defensive side? How was his experience leading a team in the Olympics, right? And being the best player on that team. Austin Reeves, again, like what is his schemes? Has he been working in the offseason? Because all we've really seen is a lot of him playing golf and hanging out with his girl, which, okay, that's fine, but what are you doing to improve on the game of basketball? All right. How are you sliding into this offense? How are you looking defensively? Or have you been working on, strengthening and conditioning and stuff? Right? Because, again, last year supposedly was tired legs. Which, okay, I'll give you. I'll buy that. He went from being a guy that was playing in spot minutes and not really having a real role to having this emergence and playing the most minutes out of anybody on the team, to then going into the playoffs and doing the same thing, going on a deep playoff run, then going directly into FIBA, having the same result in FIBA where he basically is playing the most minutes and playing a huge role in all that stuff, to training camp, preseason, regular season, in which he played all 82 games. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, fine. Tired legs, you're just going through it. Okay, that's fine. But now you're back. Now you should be healthy. Now you didn't have that long, deep playoff run. You got some time off. You got some extra time off, right? So what have you done? How do you slot in? How do you fit in? Can you take those strides? We've heard a lot of talk from Rob Pelinka, a lot of talk from JJ Redick about how Austin Reeves is really going to have this emergence this year, and he's going to be this, and he's going to be that, and they compared him to Jalen Brunson and all. That's great if that happens. Right, if Austin Reeves is a 20-point-a-game guy, gives you 5 assists, 5 rebounds, perfect. That's beautiful. But what's his role? Is he just out there just to shoot? And is he going to be playing the playmaker role? If so, there were issues last year with that. He didn't handle ball pressure well. He didn't make plays well, right? There was just a lot of things about that just didn't work great. Right, so again, I want to know kind of the little ins and outs and the sort of nuances to that. Right, I want to know what's the plan, what's the goal, what's the vision here for guys like Reeves, for guys like Rui Hachimura, for guys like D'Angelo Russell, also the young guys, right? Jalen Ejiofor, Max Christie, Dalton Connect. How are you going to balance minutes for guys? Right, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are LeBron James. And obviously, I want to hear some insight from LeBron and Anthony Davis. I want to hear what they think about the team. But we kind of know what we're going to get from them, and we know what their role is. We know what to expect from them. Like it's really one of those things where there's not going to be some major surprises or anything. With LeBron and Anthony Davis, even JJ Redick, right? There's only so many. Like LeBron James and Anthony Davis are the guys. There's only going to be so many different ways that you're going to put them in actions and stuff like that, right? But I would like to hear kind of their thoughts on the offseason. Are they disappointed in trades? Are they not? I mean, you're going to get the PC answer. You're going to get the hey, nothing's there type thing. But I do want to hear where they slot in. But more than LeBron James and Anthony Davis, it's everyone else, right? Because LeBron and Anthony Davis, they're going to play their part. They're going to play their role. They're going to show up. They're going to do and handle their business. What does everyone else do? Because we go as far as everyone else takes us, right? We're on the backs of LeBron and Anthony Davis, but you also need those guys not to be just dead weight weighing you down. Right? This will either be an easy journey or it's going to be a very difficult one. And I'm hoping it's not a very difficult one. I'm hoping that LeBron James, Anthony Davis don't have to overexert themselves. I'd like them not to have to play 40 minutes a game for us to just have a chance, not even necessarily winning a game, just have a chance. I want to see these guys really pick it up for overall for this roster, for this team. Like, it's more so everyone else than LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But I'm excited for Media Day because, again, that signals we're here. Season's right here, right around the corner. Got training camp the next day, preseason, regular season, right? Like this is the time of the year, right? This is Christmas. Let's go. Let's have a good start to the season. Let's make things tough. Let's make things difficult, right? Not for us, but for opposing teams. Right? And let's try to rattle off some wins here. Right? I'd love a good start. If we pull off some trades, great. But I don't want us to be in a place of desperation. I want us to be in a place of confidence, of like, okay, like we're looking good. The West in many ways is wide open. Yes, it's going to be tight, it's grueling, it's tough, but there's a lot of questions about a lot of other teams. We're right there. I think we're in the thick of it, honestly. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Are you excited? Do you think like, yeah, look, Lakers, Media Days here. Let's get all the little ins and outs and then prepare for this upcoming season. Do you think like, Lakers going to be disappointed? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.